So I'm sorry the camera keeps going off on me. I don't know why. I have the first cut taken by hand to make sure everything's all right, and now I'm going to take the second cut. Now we're still all right. We have to go into the very center. Now by throwing the lever, and you have to move this a bit. That's it. By throwing the lever, you reverse the flow. You advance it. You advance it up on the bed. I have it just semi-tightened. I haven't the bed tightened down. I have it tight enough to let me out, just to keep it in place. Put the thing down, switch her on, and we're going to take another cut. So far, so good. Now, here we are. Now, it's running. I have to keep checking to see it's running. So you see how, with this lathe, and this is a Taiwanese lathe, but I mean, they say they're noisy. I couldn't mind the noise at all. But things to look for in a lathe, and I hope to God I don't have people running off buying lathes and spending money just because they see me. The first thing with a lathe is a good wide mandrel hole. You see that you can get a good piece of work in there. That's the problem with the Myford. It's only something like 3/4 or something. That must be inch and a half at least. The second thing is it should have three bars down here. This one here means that no matter where the saddle is, even if the bed was 10 foot long, you have the on-off switch right beside you. That is a fantastic feature. The next thing is you have a separate drive screw. And just to show it to you here, there's a keyway in it, right? Sorry, the whole thing went down here. It's not too good. But a separate drive screw so that you can drive your power to the cross feed and the long feed from a separate one to the lead screw. The lead screw is really for cutting threads, and this is an indicator here for imperial threads, which means you get back to the same point every time. I might look at that at a different stage. But when you have those three things, you do most of your work up at the top, which wears the lathe a bit eventually. Some lathes you have to have a separate switch. You have to go up to the top to get it switched off. Some have the what do you call it? The lead screw acts as the one to move it up and down, and some you have no power to the feed at all. Now, power to the cross feed is not that vital because it can never be accurate. If it's moving in and out, it's increasing the speed. But power to up and down along the bed, longitudinal as they call it, is very, very important because it means you can get the work done at a machining rate, not relying on your own hands. However, if you have to use your hands to run it up and down, you'll very soon become very, very proficient at it. Now, the problem with all these types of setups is that they're extremely time consuming to get set up. So now I'm going to take the final cut, and I set my lathe to cut outwards. Now I discovered my camera wasn't running, so again I'm going to take the final cut here, and I have it taken. I took that, and now we're going to turn it and take the opposite one. Now folks, I don't know whether I'm upside down or downside up. You might have to switch your phone, But this is the finished product, right? Here is the piston machined. It's a piston of a car, and then it has these two slots cut using this vertical slide. Now the pressure on this is very little, and I'm very happy with how central they are. Now, just so you understand, there'll go pieces out there to catch the tank. You see, both sides. You know the way you twist it to tighten it. Now, you notice that there's carbon buildup on that piston. Now, I had to take a phone call, but there's the idea there. Do you see? That's the idea. So here's the general idea. All this excess will be trimmed away. The idea is this will be brazed down to this. This will be the internal. That'll go into the tank, which I've already measured. And then you'll have, most of you that'll know this, you'll have these fellas going across here like that, you see? And they stick out a piece and catch the tank here. Do you get the idea? Now, so that's nearly all done, except just to come up with some bit of spring steel that'll fit in there and make it fit the tank there. I've machined enough away. Now, another thing you'll notice there, do you see the way the black tar or the black carbon on the piston was a great marker. I could see when I was getting the two slots on the same depth by how they went in on the marker on the black carbon. Now, in precise metalwork, smoke of a candle is sometimes used, and the best of all is a little acetylene torch. You burn a wee bit of calcium carbide in water, and the black smoke will colour the metal, and then you can take a little off. They call that clearing the smoke, when you remove just enough to take the smoke away. The smoke is extremely thin, and acetylene smoke is among the thinnest. For you only need a little bit of it to put up a colour. So that's a kind of an idea there of how this works. You see the idea. It's not precise. It's precise enough for the application that I'm hoping that it'll make. Okay, folks, I think that's everything now. So that's milling in the lathe. And again, I showed you my this idea here. This is different to the original one I showed you in that this one can be adjusted. You can adjust this here. That's the holding screw. There's one in the center, and then this can be adjusted. Now, again, you have to open the center bolt, and you can bend that around any way you like if you wanted to go at a precise angle. And normally, if you're doing things in this, you do a rough one, and then you do the final. Also, another thing too, if you're doing delicate work, is a piece of aluminium, and do it. You can get aluminium different sizes. Do your job, do it first, do the work first, and then come along and do it in steel. Now, I'd say, looking at that, I think it's fairly good, but it won't matter once these two are roughly right with the center. Do you see that there with the center bolt? And it looks to be, I think we're going to be good enough. Right, we'll let you go. Thank you. Bye-bye.